I came home early with my $3.2 million retirement and heard my wife planning to take it. I thought that day was going to be one of the happiest moments of my life. After 30 straight years at Morrison Engineering, I finally retired. No more 12-hour shifts. No more weekends lost to deadlines. No more missed dinners and canceled vacations. That morning, my boss shook my hand and told me I'd earned every dollar. My coworkers threw me a small party. Someone handed me a gold watch. Another gave me a plaque with my name engraved on it. And then HR finalized it. A retirement package worth $3.2 million. I put the documents into my briefcase, got into my car, and drove home 2 hours early. I wanted to surprise my wife. I wanted to see her face when I told her we were set for life. Instead, I walked into my house, and everything collapsed. As soon as I stepped through the front door, I heard my wife's voice upstairs. She was on the phone. She laughed and said, "Don't worry. Once the divorce is done, I'll get at least half. Maybe more if his lawyer screws up." I stopped breathing. I was standing at the bottom of our oak staircase. The same staircase where we took family photos every Christmas. The same one where I carried her inside the day we bought the house back in the late 90s. I didn't move. I didn't make a sound. My name is Robert Mitchell. I was 62 years old. And 5 minutes earlier, I thought I had the perfect life. I quietly placed my briefcase down, stepped back outside, got into my car, and drove away. I ended up at a small coffee shop a few miles away. My hands were shaking so badly I could barely hold my phone. I sat there replaying my entire marriage in my head. And suddenly, the signs were obvious. My wife, Linda, had changed over the past year. She'd become distant. She started going to the gym constantly. She bought new clothes, changed her hairstyle, and locked her phone with a password for the first time in our entire marriage. When I asked about it, she laughed and told me I was old-fashioned. I believed her, because I trusted her. But here's the detail that hit me hardest in that coffee shop. She wasn't supposed to know about my retirement package yet. The official announcement wouldn't go out until the next day, which meant she'd already been planning the divorce before the money existed. That meant someone had leaked it. I called a colleague I trusted from IT and asked a simple question. Who could see my retirement file early? He checked. HR and executives only. Then he paused. Someone in HR had accessed my file the day before and forwarded it to an outside email address. The email belonged to a man named David Thompson. I looked him up. Financial consultant, divorce strategist, asset planning specialist. And suddenly, everything made sense. I went home hours later. Linda acted normal. She made dinner, smiled, asked about my day. I said nothing. That night, I realized one thing very clearly. If I confronted her now, I'd lose everything. So instead, I made a plan. The next morning, I drove to a law office far from town. The attorney specialized in high-asset divorces. I told her everything. The phone call, the leaked files, the advisor. She didn't sugarcoat it. She's planning to take you for as much as she can, she said. But you have advantages, if you stay quiet. The money hadn't transferred yet. The affair could be proven. The data leak was illegal, and Virginia law still considers adultery. Her advice was simple. Play dumb. Gather proof. Protect the money first. For weeks, I acted like the perfect husband. I talked about retirement trips. I listened as Linda pretended to be excited about our future. Behind the scenes, I hired a private investigator. What he found made my stomach turn. Linda and the financial advisor had been seeing each other for months. Lunches, hotels, planning sessions. He was coaching her on how to accuse me of financial control to increase her settlement. Once the retirement funds officially landed in my account, my lawyer moved them immediately into a protected trust. Then, I filed for divorce first. Linda was served the papers while I was away. She panicked. Her lawyer called mine. And that's when the evidence came out. Photos, recordings, emails, the illegal HR leak, the affair, the manipulation. My lawyer made an offer. She would receive less than half of the marital assets. She would get nothing from my retirement package. And we wouldn't press criminal charges. They accepted. The divorce was finalized quietly. Linda moved out. The advisor vanished. The HR employee was fired. The advisor later lost his license. I sold the house, bought a smaller place in the mountains, rebuilt my life. I spend my days hiking, woodworking, and volunteering. I reconnected with my kids. I sleep peacefully. Sometimes I still think about the life I believed I had. But mostly, I think about how close I came to losing everything. If I'd confronted her that first day, if I'd acted on emotion, I would have lost half my future. Instead, I stayed calm. I stayed silent. And I protected myself. The biggest lesson I learned? Revenge doesn't need shouting. Justice doesn't need drama. Sometimes, the smartest move is patience. I kept my retirement. I kept my dignity. And I walked away free. And honestly, that's the real victory.